age because I don't trust none of you hoes. But hi everyone, my name is Christina Gutierrez. If you can tell from my energetic and exotic accent, yes, I am British. 2%? Yeah, I once took a DNA test and it told me that I was 2% from the British Isles. Yeah. Which I think is quite fitting because growing up I was in a club called Peace, Love, and Britain. We used to drink hot tea in plastic cups. But I'm not going to talk about that today. I also think it's quite fitting because growing up, I really liked S Club 7. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay, good. Imagine me talking about that and like no one knew what I was on about. But I don't know, I used to love them and I don't know, they were so fun. And to those who don't know, they had a TV show where they go to America to try to make it. And I don't know, I just love them and their silly little accents. Anywho, like I said, I love British television, I love British media. I'm a really big fan of Downton Abbey. Yeah. Or like my dad likes to call it, Downtown Alley. Yeah, I like once lost a summer watching seasons 1 to season 507. Like I don't remember the summer of 2019 at all. This is really dramatic. But I always say that London is my first love and first heartbreak. And if you're thinking, what the fuck is she talking about? This is my love story with London. Ever since I could remember, I wanted to live in London, and I did come here. I came here when I was 18 years old. It was a graduation gift from my parents. Yeah, my parents were excited to see like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace. I was excited to see Channel 4. I wanted to watch British television in Britain. Tell me why we get to the hotel room, I turn on the TV, and the only thing on TV was Ugly Betty. And to those who don't know, Ugly Betty is a story of a determined Mexican-American baddie who is witty and charming, just like me. Actually, if you remember, in the last season, she moves to London for a job. Very foreshadowing, very ironic. I don't know, like I said, ever since I can remember, I wanted to live here, and I thought, and I still think that London is the answer to everything. I wanted to call my comedy special, I had 2 ciders from spoons, and now I want to talk about me in London. But I think 2% is a little bit more obscure and interesting, just like me. I'm not going to do stand-up today. I'm just going to move this mic real quick. I don't think I need it. So I've been living in London now on and off for the past 10 years. And when I come to London, I have a really great set of friends. I have my friend Charlotte. Is Charlotte here today? Charlotte, scream. Never mind, she's not here today. I have my friend Sophia, and I think Sophia's in the crowd. Hey Sophia, hey, I love Sophia, she's awesome. I have really, really great friends and network here. But if I can't stay with them, I often stay at a hostel. And I like cheap hostels, they're like cute. They're like a sad little, happy little hen do party, you know? Like we're a bunch of besties who like got in a fight and like now we're doing the silent treatment. Yeah, like someone's like snoring, okay? Someone's watching Love Island loudly in the back, but we all get on the next morning as if like nothing ever happened. You know, I often do dream, both like metaphorically and like properly dreaming about moving back to London, but it's just so hard. You know, I've been applying for jobs since 2019, and I'm being honest with you, I'm so tired. Okay, let me start from the beginning real quick. So when I was 19 years old, I actually won money at a casino. Yeah, I won the jackpot. Now, I don't tell people how much I won because I want to be like mysterious and stuff, but I did win enough money for me to move here. And I've been trying to call London home ever since. At the moment, I live in Chicago, and I have a really great set of roommates, my parents. And the thing is, I love living with mommy and daddy. And it's so funny because growing up, I was like, I can't wait to leave this stupid fucking house. But now, I love it. I always like ask them like, oh, what are we gonna have for dinner? Because I unfortunately cannot take care of myself. I am first and second gen Mexican American, and if you're wondering what that means, that just means I have a Mexican flag emoji in my Instagram bio, but I do get nervous to speak Spanish at a Mexican restaurant. Like, I'll start really confidently, I'll say like, yo quiero veggie tacos. Then the waiter will answer me in English, like, green or red salsa. And then I'll like say, yo sabo, but like storytelling. I love gossip. And have you noticed that the biggest chismosos are always our tios? That's cool. I don't know. I love gossip. I love chisme. And I think that storytelling and comedy go hand in hand. I don't know. I love to talk shit in the comfort of my own home and any restaurant with indoor seating. As a writer who writes a lot about London and love, my Lord and Savior is Richard Curtis. Y'all know who that is? I'm gonna go off right now on this. I love Richard Curtis. So he's the guy who wrote like Notting Hill, Love Actually, Four Weddings and a Funeral. And ever since I was a little girl, I manifested that I was gonna run into him in the streets of London one day. Yeah. Tell me why that actually did happen last summer. I was walking down Soho with my mom, and I see this man, and I followed him to the tube station. He sits down. I tap him on the shoulder, and I go, "Excuse me, sir, is your first name Richard?" And he goes, "Well, yes." I was screaming, okay? And then I tap him again, and I go, "Is your last name Curtis?" Now, that was the best 42 seconds of my life. Okay, I may or may not be in his next movie, but I can tell you right now, I did cry at the TK Maxx pajama department, right next to the Chipotle and the foils. You know, growing up, I didn't really have like any like typical British interests. Like, I wasn't really into like Harry Potter, but I did have a crush on Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know, I saw a photo of him in like J14 and I was like obsessed. And I never really was like into the Beatles, but I'm a really big fan of Paul McCartney and his family. I don't know, I really like the Linda sausage rolls. Those are nice. I also always wanted to have a Stella McCartney bag, but at the moment I don't have health insurance. So I think that vegan goods is not really worth it right now. I also prefer dating British people. I don't know, something about their little accents makes like any red flag go green for me real quick. And last summer, I was engaging in a weird situationship, you know, as one unfortunately does. Very modern romance of me. And this guy invites me to a dinner party. Now here's the thing. I heard party, did not hear dinner. So I decided to pre-drink by myself on the train. I was like listening to Peggy Goo, I was like getting in the mood. And I was drinking the Marks and Spencer's like tins. Tell me why I get off the train and I am tipsy and terrified. I can't even make eye contact with anyone. So to get over this heartbreak, I went on Pinterest and I looked at inspirational quotes. So I want you all to help me with this real quick, okay? I want some engagement right now. When one door closes, another one. Okay, so we have some people that have been heartbroken in this room right now. You know what I'm talking about? Like the quotes, like on Pinterest and stuff? Okay, cool. All right, the next one was, this is for my spiritual baddies. This one was, rejection is just God's
protection.
Yes, okay, thank you. It is redirection and protection. Amen. Yeah, you can choose. You can choose what you want. For me, redirection. I love direction. And the last one, which is really niche, and I'm really upset that it applied to me. But it was, don't trust the white man with a. You can get creative. With a salary? That's good. I'm done. Yeah. No. Do we have any other suggestions?
Mullet.
A mullet? Who hurt you, baby? Who hurt you? Did he have a mustache too? That's like the word. Okay. No comment. No, for me, the quote was, and like I said, I related to it, unfortunately. It was, don't trust a white man with a Frida Kahlo tattoo. Because he will speak to you in broken Spanish. I am still, if we're being honest here, I'm still traumatized. You know, I like to think that I overthink, you know, and I like to think that I overanalyze everything. I'm also incredibly delusional. And that's okay, that's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just American and I have this like oozing red and white blue confidence. Could be. We'll see. But I do want to say that I feel like I don't recognize London anymore. London is not the girl that I used to know. I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but London was a girl that I was absolutely in love with. She was this girl that we used to go out, we used to hang out. We liked the same thing, like movies and ideas and fashion, and yeah, she was my best friend. We had first moments, like first kisses and trips to get the morning after pill. Now, the worst part is when you have to get it on a Saturday and like Superdrug isn't even open. I'm pretty sure I had one of my eggs like fertilized at one point. But then you have to go, and she has to go, and it's really difficult, but you know that it's necessary. And you miss her, and you watch from afar, but then one day you're reunited, and you're so excited, and you're looking forward to it, and then you realize that she's completely different. London feels cold and scary and unfamiliar and spooky, and I feel like my memories are melting, which is, I think, quite poetic of me to say, because like I just said that like London's cold, but my memories are melting. I don't know. And then you're like, wait, fuck, then I've also changed too, because like my frontal lobe is developed, and I like spicy food now. That's how I think, unfortunately. But London is not the same girl that you threw up with at the back of a co-op. She's not the same girl that held you when your heart was broken. She's not the same girl that loved you, and hopefully you loved her back. I really deep it, and I'm like, am I falling out of love with London? I tell my British and American friends this, and they're like, okay, so let me get this right. Are you talking about the city or a person? Like, who is London? Who is this girl? And I'm talking about the city, obviously. My British friends say that they think it's because of the Tory government and post-Brexit and post-COVID, and London isn't as juicy and jolly as she used to be. Because London was juicy. She was a cute girl. I don't know, not to get political, but I'm about to get political. But I do think that is true. I think that we're feeling like the aftermath, we're feeling the afterwaves of everything, and it's true. We're kind of drowning right now, which is kind of like a metaphor because Great Britain is an island. As I've gotten older, I have realized that I have graduated from an anxious attachment style to an avoidance attachment style. Do we know what that means? I have commitment issues now. Yes, cheers. That just means I unfortunately developed commitment issues. But like I said, I don't have health insurance, so I wouldn't know for sure. I really do love Chicago, and I'm so grateful to be from Chicago. And I think it was really necessary for me to move back to Chicago. I actually started doing comedy in Chicago. Yeah, and comedy, there's so much comedy in Chicago. There's improv, there's sketch, and stand-up. One of the first jokes that I ever did when I first started doing stand-up was about my childhood trauma. I don't know if you can tell from my energy, but I did go to an all-girls Catholic school. And when I first started doing comedy, I used to talk about this like mean girl. Long story short, she's crazy. She's a wag now, good for her. She had some sense in her. And people that don't know what WAG is, that means wives and girlfriends of sports players. Yeah. Anyway, good for her. But I would ask people, I would tell them, I would be like, give me the bitchiest girl name you know. And people in America would say names like Bethany, Monica, Christina. But then I would say this joke in England, and British folk would say, Poppy, Rosie, Violet. I was like, damn, were y'all bullied by a garden? Like, what? Trauma, like, I don't understand. I do want to say that I feel like my heart is like in two places. Like, obviously, I love Chicago, I love with my parents, I love, it's perfect. But I also miss London, and I want to live in London, and I want to move back, but I'm kind of terrified. Because London is scary, like, what the hell? I'm a very emotional, sensitive person. I don't know if y'all can tell. But the other day, I was in the car. I was crying with my dad. I was crying, not my father. And I told my dad, I go, Daddy, why is this world? And I was like, sweating and crying and very dramatic, like this life. Thank you so much. I'm like, Daddy, why is the world so hard and mean? And my dad looks at me and he's like, Christina, I'm going to tell you a secret. And I'm like, he's like, Christina, this world was hard and mean before you. And it's going to be hard and mean after you. which made me cry even more. Didn't help. But I kind of think I know what he's trying to say. In the next lifetime, I hope that I can come back as a member of like a boy band group. Like I hope it's like One Direction or like The Wanted, you know, like 2.0 or something. But I hope that I'm the one who can go solo. You know, and the others don't. Like I stay a household name, and nobody cares, or the other us, you know. I do want to say that I feel tired. I feel like my heart was aching for London for so long that like now my body hurts. Like I feel like my body saw my heart ache and was like, let me take up a shit for you, babe. Let's do this, you know. I feel like I've changed a lot. Like obviously we all change, you know. I feel like I love the girl that I was 10 years ago, and I love the woman that I am today. I believe in my dreams, I believe in my inner child. I know that's so dramatic, I love it. I also feel like I've changed and developed so quickly, I almost don't even recognize my past self. Like she's cute and all, but baby, have you heard of therapy? You know? I also want to say that I feel like my frontal lobe is fully developed. Like I feel like it has all the latest software, like it doesn't have lifetime warranty. Well, we're good to go for now, you know? I love my brain. Y'all like your brains? Yeah, some people sometimes. I love my brain. I think my brain like takes care of me when I can't take care of myself. And it's so funny because when I'm really stressed out, I have the most like interesting dreams, okay? There's like characters, there's some development. It's Oscar worthy. I really do love my brain. My brain is so silly. On a positive note, I do believe that I will be able to return back to London. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know how financially, but we're gonna make it happen. Y'all are gonna see me walking the road with a very expensive panini, probably like from Gales or something, and a very bitter iced coffee, because y'all don't know how to make iced coffee. And I will be, we have a barista in the room, and I will be absolutely loving it. Until then, my name is Christina Gutierrez, a proud Mexican-American writer and comic who's also 2% British. Okay, thank you. I'm I forgot my suitcase. Okay. I also wanted to let you guys know something. So, as I was writing this piece, I was inspired to look at my DNA results. Tell me why, this is not funny guys, that I'm actually not 2% British. I'm not even British at all. I'm actually Irish. Woo! Yeah. And if you're confused and concerned, maybe not her, I actually did my research and I looked up like why this happens, you know? Apparently as more people give their DNA, the system like filters and like it gets smarter and stronger and everything. So this whole time, a bitch wrote a show about being British or whatever, and turns out I'm from Ireland. That's so funny. Okay, well thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This was cute. Like I said, my name is Christina Gutierrez. I am a proud Mexican-American 99% who's also 1% Irish. Okay, thanks. I love you all.